Using Avenue's Language Companion. In this video, you will learn about using the digital version of Language Companion available on Avenue. This video is one of videos on better practices in online teaching using Avenue. What is Language Companion? Language Companion, commonly known as Binder, is a resource that consists of two main parts: a collection of learner resources for supporting language learning, and a learner portfolio for collecting and managing PBLA artifacts. This video will address the learner resources included in Language Companion. Avenue hosts digital versions of Language Companion, providing multiple opportunities for using it as a learner resource. This video presents how you can incorporate a digital version of Language Companion in your course by using various language activities based on Language Companion, introducing CLB and PBLA concepts to learners, and fostering self-directed reflective learning. Language Companion comes in three versions: ESL Literacy, Stage 1 for CLB levels 1 to 4, and Stage 2 version for CLB levels 5 to 8. It has 5 sections, each section focusing on specific content: Canadian language benchmarks, My Canada, Where I Live, Helpful English, and Francophone communities in Canada. Getting started. To begin with the Language Companion, demonstrate and have learners practice how to access Language Companion on Avenue. The digital version is a flipbook, so learners need to practice how to view and navigate its sections and locate specific information. Preview the sections, their purposes and content, discuss with learners which information is relevant to them and how they can use it on their own. Using Language Companion for needs assessment. Use Language Companion when you start a new theme or unit to find out about learners' interests and needs. For example, when teaching a series of lessons in the context of education, you can review the dedicated pages in Language Companion and discuss which specific topics learners are interested in: child's education, adult education, or general information about schooling in Canada. Use Language Companion for personalization and community connections. Many pages in Language Companion include space for personalization. Learners can add information that is relevant to their community or personal situation. For example, in the My Canada section, the page on municipal government, learners can add information about the municipality they live in. In the Where I Live section, on the Services in My Community page, there is room for adding contact information of common community services like a library, a recreation center, or an organization serving newcomers. Learners don't need to complete this page. Instead, they can discuss what community services they would like to use and search online for contact information for their own use. Use Language Companion for language practice. You can use Language Companion as a springboard for language practice in vocabulary building, skimming and scanning, reading formatted texts, and giving and following instructions. Vocabulary practice. Use pages in the Helpful English section to introduce or review vocabulary when you start a new theme or unit. You can ask learners to add words in the same category or context and create a word bank for class use. With low-level learners, use the Language Companion pages for pronunciation and spelling practice. Learners can also copy the words or use them in sentences. Use Language Companion to practice reading skills. Language Companion can also be used to teach specific reading skills that are used with formatted texts: skimming, scanning, understanding, page layout, and so on. You can use scavenger hunt activities to have learners search for specific information. For example, what is a page number of the page with Canada's provinces and territories? How many topics does the shopping theme in Helpful English section have? Use ready-made e-activities in the PBLA units available in Avenue's Course Builder. Use CLB section. You can use the CLB section of Language Companion to help learners understand their proficiency levels and CLB-related concepts such as tasks, skills, or assessments. Introduce key vocabulary based on sample can-do statements. Connect classroom learning to real-world tasks. Use can-do statements to discuss what learners can do and what they are working towards. Engage learners in reflecting on their learning regularly by sharing their experiences in small groups or in class discussions. Encourage learners to apply self-directed learning strategies and monitor their progress. Let's recap the tips for using Avenue's Language Companion presented in this video. Introduce Language Companion. Access, navigation, and content. Explore its content through activities, completed in class or independently, online or in a face-to-face session. Use the CLB section to help learners understand their proficiency level. Foster self-directed and reflective learning. Thank you for watching. You can access all videos in this series on the Avenue platform.